Hi everybody. Last class ma'am started which are the important sources of history. We already learned two important sources, archaeological sources and literary sources. Ma'am already taught you about archaeological sources, which are the important archaeological sources we already learned. Today we will study literary sources, which are the important literary sources. So children, literary sources, it mainly included all the written text on various materials. So what is literary sources? Literary sources included all the written text, okay, all the written text on various materials, all the written text. It will include all the written text. It may be in different materials, okay, written text on various materials. Our ancestors, they wrote on birch barks or palm leaves. They wrote on birch barks or palm leaves, okay. This is called Bhojpatras. So what ma'am told, our ancestors wrote on birch barks and palm leaves. This is called Bhojpatras. Bhojpatras. Bhojpatras, okay. So sometimes they wrote in the leather, okay, they wrote in sheep letters, or sometimes they wrote in wooden tablets. So ma'am already told you written text, okay, all the written text, literary sources are all the written text on different materials, various materials. It may be in birch barks, it may be in palm leaves, it may be in the leather of sheep or wooden tablets. I think it is clear. Okay, so from literary sources, which all are the information historians getting? Historians get different information. For example, information about political, social, economic, religious, cultural life of our ancestors. So historians getting information about political, social, economic, cultural and religious life of our ancestors. So these all information historians getting from literary sources. Literary sources are mainly categorized into three. Okay, so which are the three categories of literary sources? Religious literature, secular literature and foreign accounts. So which are the categories of literary sources? It mainly classified into three. Okay, so ma'am told one is religious literature. So second one secular literature. Third one foreign account, okay, foreign accounts. So these are the three categories or three classification of literary sources. Let us discuss one by one. So first ma'am will take about religious literature. What is religious literature? First we will look what is religious literature. Actually most of the ancient manuscripts are religious in nature. So what is manuscript? Manuscript means handwritten records. Manu means hand, script means written, so manuscript means handwritten. So most of the ancient, ma'am told most of the ancient manuscripts, they were religious in nature. Ma'am will tell some example for religious literature. You heard about Vedas, okay, Vedas, Mahabharata, Ramayana, Bible, Quran. These all are some example for religious literature. I think now you understood which are the example for religious literature. So once again tell me what are the important examples of religious literature? Vedas, Mahabharata, Ramayana, Bible, Quran. These all are some example for religious literature. So these religious literatures, they mainly throw light on the social and cultural condition of the people when it was written. Okay, when this book was written, that times cultural and social conditions of the people. Like that information will get from religious literature. Next one, secular literature. Besides the religious literature, a large number of secular literature also exists. Okay, many secular literature also exists. Mainly these secular literatures, it prescribe the duties to be performed by the people. Duties to be performed by the people in their society. So mainly secular literature will include what? Duties. Okay, duties, rules and regulations that will be prescribed in the secular literature. So the people want to follow some rules or duties. They have some duties. They want to follow some rules and regulations in their society. So these will include in the secular literature. I think it is clear. Anyway children, ma'am will tell two examples for secular literature. One is Dharma Sutras. One is Dharma Sutras. Dharma Sutras. Dharma, it will include many duties, okay, many code of conduct or some rules and regulations want to follow by the people in their society. So Dharma Sutras, it is an example for secular literature. Another one, Arthashastra. Arthashastra written by Kaudilya. Arthashastra written by Kaudilya. This is another example for secular literature. Okay, so Kaudilya's another name Chanakya. Kaudilya's another name Chanakya. Okay, so ma'am told you about secular literature. Secular literature mainly prescribed some duties or rules and regulations that people want to follow in a society. Okay, then ma'am told you two examples. One is Dharma Sutras. Second one, Arthashastra. Arthashastra written by Kaudilya. Kaudilya's one more name ma'am told you, Chanakya. Okay, so question will come. Who wrote Arthashastra? Arthashastra written by Chanakya or Kaudilya. Arthashastra written by Chanakya or Kaudilya. Okay, I think you understood what is secular literature. Next one ma'am told you foreign account. Foreign account. So what is foreign account? You know many travelers visited India. For example, Greek, Roman, Chinese, these all travelers, they came to India and they left behind an account of things, what they saw, what they observed in India, that everything they wrote. Okay, so these types of writings are known as foreign account. So ma'am told you many travelers like Greek travelers, Roman travelers, Chinese travelers, they visited India. Sometimes they stayed in the court of many rulers and they will observe what are the administration of the rulers. What about the administration? How people lived in that particular ruler's time, how the people, whether they are happy, or what are the economic activities of the people, which type of religion they followed, everything they will observe and they will write. Okay, such type of accounts are known as foreign accounts. One example ma'am will tell you. Ma'am told you about Alexander's invention. Okay, Alexander, one of the Greek ruler, he invaded India. From where historians getting this information? Historians getting this information from Greek records. Okay, Greek record. Another example ma'am will tell Indica. Indica written by Megasthenes. Another foreign account or another book written by Megasthenes, that is called Indica. So question will come, who wrote Indica? Megasthenes. So Megasthenes Indica, that is another example. This also giving lot of information. Okay, another foreign account. It also giving lot of information about India. Historians are getting lot of information about India. For ma'am told this Megasthenes, he was a Greek ambassador who lived in the court of Chandragupta Maurya, and from his account many information getting about the ruling of Chandragupta Maurya. So ma'am told how this Greek account, how the foreign account helped the historians for writing our history. Okay, so foreign account, that also an important sources were the historians using for writing history. Okay, now you have to learn two more name. Okay, so ma'am already taught you about two pilgrim. Okay, two Buddhist pilgrim who visited India. Two Buddhist pilgrim who visited India. Fahian and Huanshan. So which are the two important Chinese pilgrims who visited India? Fahian and Huanshan. Fahian and Huanshan. So this much you want to know about foreign accounts. Okay, so I think children you understood. So today ma'am only took about literary sources. Literary sources mainly include written text. Ma'am told it written on various materials. Ma'am told which all are the materials. This written text. Okay, you know earlier time paper is not available. So what our ancestors got, in that they wrote. It may be palm leaves, it may be birch barks, or it may be wooden tablets. Okay, so they wrote. So these all writings give a lot of information to the historians about our past. I think you understood. So once again ma'am will tell you, literary sources are mainly divided into religious literature, secular literature, foreign account. Then ma'am told you about some example. Religious literature, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Vedas, Quran, Bible. These all are example for religious literature. Then ma'am told you about secular literature. Secular literature mainly prescribed about the duties people want to follow in their society. Okay, two examples ma'am told. One is Dharma Sutras, second one Arthashastra. Arthashastra written by Kautilya or Chanakya. Then ma'am told about a foreign account. These foreign account mainly ma'am told many travelers visited India. Chinese, Greek, Roman travelers visited India and they left behind some accounts, that is called foreign accounts. Then ma'am told about Indica. Okay, Megasthenes. Indica written by Megasthenes. Megasthenes who lived as an ambassador in Chandragupta Maurya's court, and he wrote many information in his Indica, giving lot of information about Mauryan rulers, especially Chandragupta Maurya. Okay, then this much only today we studied. Then last ma'am told you about two important Buddhist Chinese pilgrim. Okay, Buddhist pilgrim who visited India. Okay, why they are visiting India? To study about Buddhism. Okay, which part of India Buddhism is spreaded, or to study about Buddhist universities, or which rulers giving more importance to Buddhism, or which all are the important rulers propagating or spreading Buddhism. So like that many information they want to know. Especially they want to study about Buddhist universities. Okay, so they came to India, and these are the two important persons. I think this topic is clear to you. Now everybody take your textbook. We will do textual exercise. So take page number 7. Choose the correct option. First one, a historian is an expert who dash reconstruct our past. Second one, numismatics is the study of dash coins. Third one, the Allahabad inscription is a eulogy to dash Samudragupta. Next one, the two great epics of India are dash Ramayana and Mahabharata. Next one, Megasthenes wrote dash Indica written by Megasthenes. Next one, fill in the blanks. The year of the birth of Christ on the timeline is taken as year 1. Next one, the earliest dash mention the names of kings and queens during whose reign they were issued coins. Third one, dash, dash and dash are the three types of literary sources. Religious, secular and foreign accounts are the three types of literary sources. Next one, dash wrote Arthashastra written by Kautilya. So Kautilya wrote the Arthashastra. Dash and dash were the two Chinese travelers who visited India and left their account, Fahian and Huanshan. So today we mainly studied about literary sources. So this chapter we mainly studied what is history, and ma'am told you about how the historians getting information or how the historians are writing history. Then we studied two important sources historians taking for writing history, archaeological sources and literary sources, and ma'am given a brief description about two important sources. I think these all you understood. Okay, if you have any doubt, ask me. We will meet in the next class.